Hello guys, I am going to do the BookTube Noobie Tag, and I have my notes, of course, always. And so I'm just gonna get started.
And she never sings. I'm in the breeze, and I'm blowing past her window as she sleeps, and she is always on my mind.
Number one, why did you start this channel? And that's a little bit tricky of a question because this is actually my art channel. I am primarily an artist. I make art, sell art, teach art, do arts advocacy, those types of things. I also promote arts and humanities. And as an artist and creative person, I think reading and writing are things that are super important. And so I'm starting this series on my art channel, this BookTube series, because I really want to encourage myself to keep reading and writing, but also there's a lot of, I love the community. I want to be a part of it. I have been a little bit for a while, but I want to keep getting to know you guys, and I want to share books, but I also want it to be a little bit separated from my art. So that's why I'm starting this channel segment. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I probably see things a little bit differently, and as an artist and graphic designer, if it's a beautifully designed book, it means the author cared enough to hire a graphic designer and that they respect art and they respect the creativity process beyond just books. And so I think I do judge books by the covers. And like I said, there's great books that have bad covers, but I do think the quality of a book with a good cover is just that the author seemed to care more. I love graphic novels. This whole shelf is primarily graphic novels. You can see I organize my books by color. I don't know if anyone else does that. Yeah, so that's the TBR where you start at one spot on your shelf and you just read. I'm like, I am going to be reading all the pink books today. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Also, I'm excited for it to force me to read more because after college, I did go into a reading funk where I read the books for college, and I read a lot of people just skim. I took classes that I genuinely was interested in and had books for those classes that were good books. And so I read them, and I didn't read much for 2 years after college. So I'm excited to get back into it because I do enjoy reading. So why do you love reading? As an artist, you do exhibitions and you show your work in different places and different venues. I think it's a neat way to interact with another creative person in a creative way. And I feel like that's a little more abstract maybe than what it needs to be, but you can read someone's book and you're interacting with all these characters and you're in this story, but you're also on your, I don't know, it's just, I like the process. I like what's going on in your brain when you read. Yeah, I don't know if that answers it or not. What book or book series got you into reading? I skipped class to read in a corner. There was a friend and I who I remember we always would just go sit out in this hallway. We called it the corner, and there was a desk there that we'd sometimes sit in, but we'd just take turns reading there. It was awesome. And it was, yeah, I don't know, maybe it was weird and not awesome. I remember we read Invisible Monsters, and The Things They Carried was another one, and a lot of the AP books, but I don't remember. But that was kind of the time in my life that got me into reading. I also bought all of the Hitchhiker's Guide for the Galaxy at a garage sale in high school, and I read those super quick. I think I read, I loved those two. I loved the humor and the awkward, just strange, weird. Okay, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that book series was, and they're falling apart, and the covers were all off, and yeah. But that book series was the first time I actually laughed, and I would catch myself laughing at this book, and it was awesome. It was way before the movie came out, before it was a big deal, so it was just neat. I think that was a big thing too. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I've asked a lot of questions lately. I'm actually asking a lot about writing. What challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? My goal is to do one BookTube video a month, so then it's an actual series, it's ongoing, but also then it'll stay relevant to the rest of my channel. Art is my primary means of self-expression and creative outlet and all of that. And so I want to keep this channel focused on my art and also the culture and all the humanities things that surround my art. And so I'm hoping that adding books to it and doing the BookTube segment will add to it and not take away from the art. I think my solution to how I plan to overcome that is just being genuine to who I am and being genuine to the things that I'm passionate about and I care about. And art and humanities and travel and creativity, it's books and reading too. So like I don't see a contradiction or a problem. I need to figure out how to make it work so that it is that creative meld, that those things they belong together. They're all essential to who I am. And the channel is about like who I am as a creative person, and I think who I am as a creative person also loves books, and I love book covers. Maybe I'll do some book cover reviews and graphic novel reviews too. Cool. Thanks, guys. Art is my primary. Oh my gosh, art is my primary. Art is my primary. Art is my primary. Oh my gosh. And I think November I'm gonna have some extras, but that'll come out in a bit. So